Welcome everyone. This is the 5th episode in the series Chimes of Fregidia, which is a series of fantasy news segments I'm writing in my spare time. I'm Anaide and I welcome you if you are new. You don't need any prior knowledge of the previous installments, but just know that if you want to look into Adrian's past a bit, then he's heavily featured in episode 3. Okay, that's everything from me. Enjoy the show. Again, dear viewers, welcome back to Chimes of Fregidia. The Devil of Veltus is at it again, and by being at it again, I mean that he's causing mayhem. Franulf. Last time we left the Devil of Veltus, he hanged up his pirate boots to become a mayor of Veltus. Public opinion polls done in the city shows he is one of the most trusted mayors in the entire state. What kind of mayhem can such an upstanding individual cause again? Again. It all started with a good intention. To make Veltus prosper, Mayor Adrian started a Clean City and Sea program. He built public bins all around the city and hired people to regularly clean waste in both the city streets and in its surrounding waters. He also imposed fines on littering. His policies soon bore fruit and Veltus can now proudly welcome visitors in its squeaky clean streets. And it weren't just the land visitors who got interested in the city's transformation. Franulf. For the first time in 500 years, the merfolk became a permanent fixture in the Veltus waters. The merfolk started shopping at a market that is traversed through a system of canals. Some even opened their own shops on special platforms that enable them to retain salt water in their stall, while the platform is lifted up on the level of land vendors. Both their goods and customers remain perfectly dry. Again, what a clever invention! Who is responsible for creating this latest technological advancement? Franulf. That would be Thaddeus the seafarer. After spending long years traveling the high seas, he settled in Veltus. As of this year, he became one of Mayor's closest advisors and the head of the Maritime Office. Its area of activity includes sea travel, trade, and foreign visitors. Again, the numbers corroborate that he is taking good care of his assigned agenda. The trade is soaring, profits reaching all-time highs. The merfolk brought with them a lot of goods previously in short supply, like pearls, deep-sea fish, corals, and various dyes. Expansion in goods variety motivated a lot of other merchants to visit. These changes are putting Veltus on the map of must-visit trade hubs. Franulf. It is not all sunshine and roses, though. The neighboring ports of Garros and Frel in Jarnon sent a missive, urging Veltus to send Jarnon citizens back to their homes. Veltus, of course, refused to curtail the freedom of movement guaranteed by the 7th article of our constitution. Daria the Abyssi, the chieftain of Merfolk, sent an official letter asking since when are the Merfolk citizens of Jarnon, since they never enjoyed any rights, state representation or accommodations. Again, Jarnon reacted almost immediately, offering all kinds of benefits for those who come back to their traditional dwellings. The Emergency Merfolk Act that was recently enacted by the Parliament of Jarnon includes citizenships for those who register within the city registry office, grants for building accessible market stalls, and tax exemptions for new traders. What did the Merfolk chieftain say to that? Franulf. Daria the Abyssi noted it is too little too late, and most of her people agreed. However, there was a minority led by Garrett the Sharkbane that wanted to try their luck elsewhere. A group of around 100 merfolk moved to Jarnon with their chieftain's blessing. Again, only later they learned the promised citizenship comes with its challenges. Outside of high taxation of products traditionally sold by merfolk, there is also a marriage and romantic relationship prohibition punishable by imprisonment. Garrett the Sharkbane was arrested a week ago for courting Senator Belleran's husband. Setting aside the obvious issue of adultery that is maybe morally wrong but legally without consequences, representatives of both humans and merfolk in Veltus are asking why the only punished in this equation was the merman. Franulf. You can find the answer in Jarnon's Act on Protection of Sanctity of Marriage and Courtship. The act was passed together with the Citizenship Act, but it got a lot less attention at the time. It effectively prohibits romantic relationships between humans and merfolk. Interestingly, humans cannot be punished under this act. It defends them by saying they are victims of the Siren Call, thus not responsible for their actions. Again, after the arrest of Garrett the Sharkbane, most merfolk fled back to Veltus. A few who stayed are staging protests and demanding Garrett's release. The leading force among them is Garrett's mother, who teamed up with his lover Nephilet, who is currently in charge of human protesters. Franulf. The city of Veltus also didn't remain silent. Mayor Adrian, backed by the city council and Daria the Abyssi, decreed boycott on all trade activities with Jarnon until Garrett the Sharkbane is freed. Again, let us all pray the pressure has the desired effect and Garrett is soon reunited with his loved ones. For more updates on the situation, tune in next time to Chimes of Fregidia. A few weeks later. Franulf. Today we are here to report the ending of Garrett the Sharkbane's case. During last night, Nephilet's plan to free him resulted in tragedy. Again, it started well when he managed to spike the guard's wine barrel with poppy seed brew. They all fell asleep and Nephilet was able to get to Garrett's cell and release him. On their way from the dungeons, one of the guards who didn't like wine much woke up. Without hesitation, he aimed his crossbow at Garrett's back. Ranulf. Nephilet saw what he was about to do and jumped in front of Garrett. The arrow pierced his heart. He was dead in an instant. Garrett, blinded by rage, rushed towards the guard and soon met the same fate. Again, Garrett's mother demands to get both bodies to provide them with proper merfolk burial rites. The country is bubbling with rage, ignited by the fate of the star-crossed lovers. Senator Belleran, who was the main proponent of the sanctity of marriage rhetoric, had to flee the country. Franulf. Experts say that the conservative government in Jarnon is days from its fall. The new Progressive Party is planning to repeal the discriminatory act that triggered an unfortunate series of events leading to the ending of 2 young lives. Again, our hearts go out to families of both of the victims, and we are not the only one who feel that way. Mayor Adrian commissioned a statue of Nephilet and Garrett to be the centerpiece of the newly built Merway Square. It is supposed to honor love that persists despite hardships for all eternity. Screen fades to black. Hello everyone and thank you for listening to Chimes of Fregidia. This episode marks the halfway point to what will be included in my first book. And when I was writing this episode, I thought of a scene that would explain Garrett and Nephilet's relationship a bit more, but I didn't have time and space for it in the episode, so I will probably put it in the book. So once it's done, it's not just gonna be the stories that are here, there will be some added bonus content. And anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye!